Okay, so we will start with the lecture. So in this chapter number 4, that is employees, consumers and business ethics. So if we take the review, the points, whatever we have covered till today, then the points are like this. So initially we have covered I will just highlight these points. So employee as a stakeholder, ethical issues in firm-employee relation, ethical challenges in globalization, corporate citizen and employee relation towards sustainable employment. These 4 points we have covered, and this 5th point we have started, that consumer as a stakeholder. Okay, and after that we have taken the review of this point, why the consumer is important stakeholder in the business. And then we are right now considering the ethical issues related to the marketing and ethical issues related to the consumer. Okay, so quickly if we see the revision of the points, employee as a stakeholder, यात आपण बघितलं होतं की why employees are the important stakeholder for any organization. So without employee, any organization cannot run. So employee is important stakeholder. What are the expectations from employee point of view? What are the expectations from employer's point of view? That points we have seen initially. Then we have started the ethical issues in the firm-employee relationship. So for the ethical issues in firm-employee relationship, the main point, it was management of human resource. So it is critical task to have the human resource management, and in that 3 tables we have considered mainly: what is shown on paper or what is shown ideally, and what is the case which can actually happen. That table we have considered. After that, employee rights and त्या rights against काय issues involved आहेत, that point also we have considered. And this 3rd table we have seen, in a particular duties of employees, what issues are involved. Okay, so these points we have considered till in that particular point. Then next, here is one by one description of that particular point. जे rights आपण बघितलेले आहेत related to that, here is in detail description for each point. Then next, we have started the ethical issues in the globalization, or what are the ethical challenges in the globalization. So in that, mainly the ethical challenges are: first, national culture and moral values of each country is different. That is one issue. Then absolutism versus relativism. So how the idea it is considered to be correct. Absolutism means everywhere it is accepted, and relativism means with respect to some theory or with respect to some concept or with related to some incidents only, it is considered as a true. These 2 approaches are there. That's why that may create problem in the globalization level. Then race to the bottom. So this point we have discussed, which means the because of some of the government deregularization, there is sudden decrease in the cost of the particular items, and to have the competition that is intentionally also done at some times, and that is increasing the competition between the different suppliers. Okay, so that is the 3rd issue, or that is the ethical challenge in the globalization. Okay, so that 3 points we have seen. Then next point, it was how to maintain the corporate relationship and employee relationship to have the sustainable employment. Sustainability of employees means what? The employees are being in the same company for a longer time. That is the meaning of sustainability. Just a minute. Okay, so the next point we have considered sustainability of employees means the employees are in the same company for a longer time. That is the meaning of sustainable employment. So to have that particular sustainability, what points are required that we have discussed? So first point, it was rehumanization of the workplace. So rehumanization means what? You have to make the work environment liveful. You have to make it healthy. You have to make it in such a way that the employees will feel to work there for a longer time. So having the healthy relationship and all that things come under this rehumanization. Then wider employment, that is the giving or creating the more work opportunities for the particular employees so that their employability or their employment will be there for a longer time. That is wider employment. And third one, it is work-life balance. So you should give the sufficient space for the employees to have their personal life or personal relations, as well as they should be able to give the enough contribution in the societal activity also. Okay, so that is the meaning of the work-life balance. So these three things we have seen for the sustainability of the employees. And next point, we have started consumers we are considering as an important stakeholder. So when we say consumers are the important stakeholders for any business, its meaning is that we are giving more focus on the importance of the consumer. So it is quite obvious. Initially, we have seen in the first part of the chapter, we have seen the employees as important stakeholder, and this particular part we are considering the consumers as important stakeholder for the organization. It is very obvious that any organization cannot have its or any businessman, he will not be able to continue his business if there are no any consumers. So no doubt consumers are important, and always we have to focus at the initial points only we have seen. Always we have to focus on the consumers' satisfaction. The organization will seek to satisfy its consumers. As it does not have the satisfaction of consumers, the consumers will not buy any product. So it is simple example. If we are not getting the respect from the suppliers, even if we have to purchase anything where the people are talking very properly to us by giving respect, there only we are going for purchasing any material. So giving the respect to the consumers, that things are by default when we are considering the consumer and the employee, consumer and the employer relationship. Okay, so some examples we have seen where so many consumers, they have accused some of the firms for not behaving properly with them, or they have raised some issues related to that particular companies or firms. So this is that multinational drug companyचं एक example बघितलं होतं की HIV ट्रीटमेंटसाठी intentionally they have kept the high cost medicine. Though the lower cost medicines are available, still those are not given to the particular customers. Okay, fast food and soft drink, they have condemned for targeting children for unhealthy, high sugar and low nutrition product. असं त्यांच्यावरती एक ब्लेम केला होता पॅरेंट्सनी for the fast food and soft drink companies. Then customers related to the bank and credit card companies have accused of putting their customers at the risk of financial ruin by offering easy credit to people who are already in the serious debt. Okay, so mobile phone companies होता त्याच्यामध्ये issue overcharging to the customers. All these issues we have discussed. So ह्या केस मध्ये जर कस्टमर सॅटिस्फाय नसतील तर they can have the complaint or they can have issue against the organization or they can have the issues against their particular supplier, and because of this the name of the producer or name of the particular company will not be good in the market. And obviously in the market, if once the name it is spoiled, that is creating long-term impact on the particular business. Okay, so that's why consumer satisfaction is very important. So that is the basic point. Then consumer as a stakeholder, obviously that points we have discussed. Consumers' right rest upon the assumption that consumer dignity should be respected, respect should be given to the consumer, and that producers have a duty to treat consumers as ends in themselves and not only as a means to end of the producer. Okay, so consumers' rights are important and they should be given the proper importance for this particular market scenario. Okay, then we have started with the ethical issues in the marketing and how the consumers are considered in the ethical issues in the marketing. Okay, so okay, so ethical issues in the product policy. So product should be very safe. The product that should have the good efficiency and it should be fit for the purpose for whatever it has been produced. Okay, पहिला ethical issue आहे marketing madla related to consumer. The product quality should be good and policies related to the product should be the appropriate policies. Okay, that is first thing. Then already we have discussed this point, and then safety should be there for the particular product. One should not use the shoddy or some, here it is given. So someone should not use the shoddy material or unsafe material for the production purpose just to have the less cost for the production. So all these points we have to see. आणि कुठं ते product use होणार आहे, by considering that area, the particular production should be done. Okay, so these points we have discussed. many everyday products that are bought are used can potentially harm, injure, or even kill people, especially if they are used improperly. Right from the production of the particular product up to the delivery means where it is going to be used. By considering all that points, this product quality should be maintained, and accordingly the policy for the product should be designed. Okay, that is first issue. Then again, there is some responsibility with the customers also, or with the consumer also, to have the proper handling of the product or to use it in a proper way. So one example we have seen. So one cannot blame manufacturer of ice cream if the consumer eats so many ice creams in one day and he is feeling or he gets sick because of that. So that points we have discussed. Then ethical issues in marketing communication. So marketing communication means at the time of marketing. So marketing is very important aspect in the business. So marketing means you are making advertisement of your product. Marketing communication मध्ये कुठल्याही पद्धतीने if you are giving some wrong information or exaggeration that happens so many times in the marketing process, no doubt you have to make advertisement of your product. तुम्हाला तो प्रोडक्ट विकायचा असतो, त्यामुळे तुम्ही त्याच्याबद्दल चांगलीच माहिती सांगता. Somewhat telling extra, that is acceptable, but you should not give any wrong information to the customers related to the product. So if it is not, for example, there are some conditions की एखादा प्रोडक्ट कुठल्या कंडिशन मध्ये किंवा कुठल्या एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये तुम्ही वापरू शकत नाही, हे काही रूल्स असतात. So if you are not making that rules clear to the customers just to have your profit or just to have some financial benefit for you related to the business, so that comes under the unethical practice. So marketing communication मध्ये दोन टाइपचे कम्युनिकेशन येतात. First one, it is at individual level and another one it is at the social level. मग individual level मध्ये if you are telling any person individually about that product, at that time also you should not create any false belief about the particular product. त्याच्याबद्दल कुठलीही तुम्ही चुकीची नाही माहिती सांगायला पाहिजे किंवा तुमच्या कंपनी बद्दल तुम्ही कुठलीही चुकीची स्ट्रॅटेजी तुमच्या फायद्यासाठी इंडिव्हिज्युअल लेवलला कस्टमरला नाही सांगायला पाहिजे. सो दॅट इज द इथिकल इश्यू in marketing communication at individual level. And so again there should not be any misleading or deceptive practices affecting individual customers. Marketing communication it has to have the two functions: to inform the consumers about goods and services and to persuade consumers to actually go ahead and purchase the product. And if such communication is just about providing consumers with information, then it could be suggested that question of misleading practices is essentially one of the accessing particular claim, whether it is true or not. So you have to tell the true information only to the customers. And deception occurs when a marketing communication, deception म्हणजे काय, फसवणूक करणे किंवा एखादा गैरसमज होणे, भ्रम होणे. सो कधी होतं हे, when a marketing communication either creates or takes advantage of false beliefs that sustainability interfaces with the ability of people to make rational consumer choices. So if you are telling some wrong information to the customers, then the misunderstandings can happen, and from that कस्टमरची फसवणूक होणे किंवा त्यांना कुठला तरी भ्रम होणे, गैरसमज होणे, ह्या अर्थाने बऱ्याचदा हा डिसेप्शन हा शब्द इथं वापरलेला आहे. सो फसवणूक होणे कंझ्युमरची. सो दॅट हॅपन्स व्हेन द मिसकम्युनिकेशन इट इज हॅपनिंग or you are telling some false beliefs to the customers at individual level. तर सोशल लेवलला काय होऊ शकतं, सोशल लेवलला बऱ्याचदा ऍडव्हर्टायझिंग, the advertising standards authority suggests that advertisement should be legal, decent, honest and truthful in a nature. त्याच्यात काही सब टाइप्स आहेत, but first very basic thing, social फ्रंट वरती मार्केटिंग कम्युनिकेशन मी सांगितलं 2 टाईपचं असतं. फर्स्ट इंडिव्हिज्युअल लेवल and second it is the social level. So when you are considering the social level communication, there majorly the roles comes of the advertisement. So their advertisement, it can be on some television channel, advertisement can be on some posters, जिथं लोक बरीच गर्दी असते तिथं तुम्ही होर्डिंग्स लावता, तिथं तुमची ऍडव्हर्टाइज असते. or you are telling the, or sometimes through the papers you are distributing the pamphlets to make the advertisement. हे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे ways आहेत through which you can make the advertisement. But the advertisement should have some particular standards. So what points should be considered? Advertisement should be legal, it should be decent, honest and truthful. त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्ही परत कुठल्या तुमच्या प्रोडक्टला चांगलं म्हणण्यासाठी you should not criticize other product or you should not use some what we can say vulnerable words or some indecent words for any other products किंवा त्यांच्यावरती तुम्ही कुठल्याही पद्धतीने टीका करायला नाही पाहिजे. Okay, so that things you have to follow in the advertisement. So here again some other points are given. The advertisement should not cause serious or widespread offense. It should not cause undue harm or distress. Should contain nothing that might provoke antisocial or violent behavior. म्हणजे तुमच्या ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट मधून सोशली काहीतरी इम्बॅलन्स होईल किंवा लोक डिस्टर्ब होतील. फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुमचं एखादं प्रोडक्ट आहे फॉर मेडिटेशन और फॉर maintaining peace of mind. So to have importance of the product, त्या प्रोडक्टचं इम्पॉर्टन्स वाढवण्यासाठी you should not give some baseless things in the advertisement. किंवा एखादं तुमचं चांगलं औषध असेल कुठल्या जनरली which is applicable for the specific old people. सो फॉर दॅट तुम्ही त्यांच्यामध्ये परत भीतीचं वातावरण कुठलं नाही निर्माण व्हायला पाहिजे त्या ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट मुळे. यू शुड नॉट क्रिएट सम रॉंग बॅकग्राऊंड टू इन्क्रीज सेल ऑफ युअर पर्टिक्युलर प्रोडक्ट. अशा पद्धतीच्या गोष्टी ऍडव्हर्टाइजमेंट मध्ये इथिकली फॉलो केल्या गेल्या पाहिजेत. ओके, सो दॅट इज मिनिंग ऑफ ऍडव्हर्टायझिंग. स्टँडर्ड शुड बी मेंटेन प्रॉपरली. ओके, दॅट इज देअर अबाउट द second issue in the this particular. So this point we are discussing ethical issues in the marketing management. त्यात पहिला बघितला आपण प्रोडक्ट पॉलिसीचा इश्यू. सेकंड आहे ethical issue in marketing communication, and third issue it is reinforce consumption and materialism. Okay, so we will first see what is the meaning of this materialism. Materialism means what? Materialism is a tendency to consider material possessions and physical comfort as more important than the spiritual value. That is consumption and materialism. So बऱ्याचदा काय होतं की एखादं जर तुम्ही means if you are producing something, so to have some product formation, definitely you have made consumption of some material. So many times what happens की तुमचा एखादा प्रोडक्ट तुम्ही त्याच्या प्रोडक्शन साठी काहीतरी कन्झम्पशन केलेलं आहे, मग तो प्रोडक्ट विकलाच जावा किंवा तो प्रोडक्ट कमी त्या प्रोडक्टची विक्री होणे यासाठी काय होतं बरेचदा मटेरियलिझम दॅट कन्सेप्ट इट इज used. Okay, so there have been lot of theories related to this materialism and all other things, but just you consider here the simple meaning of this point as की बऱ्याचदा काय होतं की प्रोडक्शन वाढवण्यासाठी किंवा तुम्ही प्रोडक्ट जो निर्माण केलेला आहे किंवा प्रोड्यूस केलेला आहे त्याची विक्री व्हावी यासाठी बऱ्याचदा that materialism is given more importance than the spiritual values or than the human beings. ह्या गोष्टींचा सेल ह्याच्याकडे जास्त महत्व दिलं जातं. त्याला म्हणतात consumption and materialism. Reinforce means what? To do something forcefully किंवा जे कंपल्सरी ते व्हायलाच पाहिजे अशा विचाराने त्या मटेरियलचा सेल जो आहे तो केला जातो. अँड इन दॅट समटाइम्स they are compromising with the spiritual values, or they are compromising with the some ethical issues also. So that should not happen. That is the meaning of this particular point. So we will see the description one by one, that points. The marketing communication has been to generate an ideology of materialism in society and to institute in our culture an identification of consumption with happiness. So there should be consumption, but that should be by following the proper ethical rules. Contemporary cultural studies as well as the popular press now commonly depicts modern society, consumer society, where not only is consumption the principal site of meaning and identity, but also increasingly dominates other lives such as politics, education, health, and personal relation. Okay, so just to have that sale, that should not impact on the other things. So sometimes that political issues are coming, education is also affected, health and personal relations are not maintained. Okay, so then emotional and psychological, such as broken relationship or depression, low esteem, might be more addressed through the retail therapy or compensatory than through other more traditional or professionalized channels. Okay, so just this one point you have to remember. I will just repeat. मटेरियलिझम, कन्झम्पशन आणि मटेरियलिझमचा अर्थ काय होतो? बऱ्याचदा तुम्ही एखादं प्रोडक्शन करण्यासाठी काहीतरी कन्झम्पशन केलेलं असतं. इट इज ऑब्वियस, विदाउट कन्झ्युमिंग समथिंग यू कॅनॉट मेक युअर प्रोडक्ट फायनल. मग हे सगळं केलेलं आहे त्यासाठी तुमचं प्रोडक्ट विक्रीला जावं. बाय गिव्हिंग मोर इम्पॉर्टन्स टू दॅट पर्टिक्युलर पॉइंट, समटाइम्स द बिझनेसमॅन मे कॉम्प्रोमाइज विथ सम ethical things also, or he is considering his material important as compared with the spiritual values, and because of that what happens, emotional or psychological problems may occur. Somebody may get hurt, or somebody may feel low self-esteem because of all this materialism's importance is increased. So that care should be properly taken. So this is the third issue. And fourth issue in the marketing, it is ethical issues in the pricing. So the pricing of any product, that is very important. One should not have any very high price for a particular product, or one should not have very low price. So बऱ्याचदा आपल्याला प्रश्न पडतो की एखादी गोष्ट जर खूप स्वस्त मिळाली तरी आपण स्टिल वी आर हॅव्हिंग डाऊट अबाउट द क्वालिटी ऑफ दॅट प्रोडक्ट. So proper or appropriate pricing of the any product, that is very important. So that is the ethical issues in the pricing. Pricing मध्ये 4 टाइपचे ethical issues येऊ शकतात किंवा 4 टाइपचे प्रॉब्लेम्स प्राइसिंग मध्ये कन्सिडर केले जाऊ शकतात. Okay, so we will see that one by one. First, it is the excessive pricing. Excessive pricing म्हणजे काय? की एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची कॉस्ट ऍक्च्युअली आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा खूप जास्त लावणे, that is called as the excessive pricing. The problem of consumers being charged a price deemed in some way excessively high is a common source of conflict between consumers and companies. Suppose तुम्ही एखादा प्रोडक्ट विकत घेताय आणि त्याची कॉस्ट, जनरल कॉस्ट आहे 200 रुपये, and if suddenly it is increased and that person is telling the cost is 300 or 400, then that comes under the excessive pricing. आपल्या प्रॉफिट साठी जास्त प्राइस त्याची लावायला नकोय. That is first pricing issue. Then price fixing. Price fixing means what? It is a practice whereby the companies come to an illicit agreement not to sell goods or services below a certain price. मग price fixing म्हणजे काय? कंपन्या एकत्र येऊन ठरवतात की ह्या पर्टिक्युलर प्रोडक्टची कॉस्ट आपण ह्या सपोज 100 रुपये. सो व्हॉट एव्हर मे बी द केस, यू विल नॉट सेल that particular atom below the 100 rupees. So that is coming under the price fixing. म्हणजे एखाद्या पर्टिक्युलर प्राइसच्या खाली तो प्रोडक्ट तुम्ही नाही विकायला पाहिजे, हे फिक्स होतं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द प्राइस fixing. So that is the second issue in the ethical, or that is the second issue in this pricing. Okay, पहिला आहे excessive, म्हणजे खूप जास्त किंमत लावणे आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा. Then second issue it is price fixing. So many businessmen, they come together and they decide that you will not sell of the product below the particular value. एक व्हॅल्यू फिक्स करून त्याच्या खाली तुम्ही तो प्रोडक्ट सेल करायचा नाही असं डिसाइड होतं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज द प्राइस फिक्सिंग. Okay, so the problem of excessive pricing is probably most difficult to address when, rather than being the actions of a single firm, it occurs as a result of collusion between competing firms to fix prices above the market rate. Okay, so companies combinedly they are deciding की ह्याच्या खाली तो प्रोडक्ट कुणीच विकायचा नाही. So that is the price fixing problem. Then third, predatory pricing means what? It is a pricing strategy using the method of undercutting on a larger scale where the dominant firm in the industry will be deliberately reduce its prices of a product to loss-making levels in a short term. Predatory pricing means what? Suddenly that cost it is reduced up to a drastic low level. म्हणजे सपोज 400 रुपयाचं तर इनिशियल कॉस्ट असेल, तर आपल्याला माहिती आहे की जर कॉस्ट कमी केली एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची तर ऑब्विसली द कंझ्युमर्स विल बी अट्रॅक्टेड आणि तुमचा कंझ्युमरचा फ्लो काय होईल त्या केसमध्ये वाढेल. मग आपल्या प्रोडक्टचा खप वाढवण्यासाठी सडनली त्याची प्राइस कमी करणे, ह्या प्राइसिंग इश्यूला म्हणतात predatory pricing. So predatory pricing is pricing strategy and using method of undercutting the larger scale. म्हणजे खूप जास्त प्रमाणात त्या प्रोडक्टची कॉस्ट एकदम कमी करणे, ह्याला म्हणतात predatory pricing. And because of this what will happen? Obviously if you are 400 चा प्रोडक्ट तुम्ही 100 ला विकायला लागला अचानकपणे, तर the consumers will come more to that particular businessman, and other businessmen will be in that case they may face problems. So this predatory pricing it is not also accepted. And fourth issue it is, so I will just show you the more meaning of this. Deceptive pricing. Deceptive pricing means what? So here it is given. So deceptive pricing is a method in which traders use deceptive means. Deceptive चा अर्थ मी सांगितला तुम्हाला, भ्रामक किंवा फसवणुकीच्या इंटेन्शननी एखादी गोष्ट करणे, that is called as the deceptive. So deceptive pricing is a method in which traders use deceptive means such as original price, former price, regular price quotes for a bulk of a season to mislead prospects and customers into thinking that they are paying less money for the product. So many times we see in the malls also की ओरिजिनल प्राइस आहे 100 रुपये, तुम्ही इथं घेताय ऍक्च्युअली 80 रुपयाला. मीन्स यू आर गेटिंग और यू आर सेव्हिंग युअर 20 रुपीज. म्हणजे अशा पद्धतीने जे कस्टमरला when they are shown in some deceptive way की ऍक्च्युअली प्राइस आहे 100 रुपये, but here for example it happens so many times in DMart that actual price is 100 rupees, DMart price is 80 rupees, so you have saved 20 rupees, so you are happy that you are saving 20 rupees. So just example I am taking, but sometimes that may be deceptive also, just to make the user happy किंवा युजरला फक्त वाटावं की त्यांचे पैसे वाचवतोय, ह्यासाठी ह्या वेगवेगळे लेबल लावले जातात. ओरिजिनल प्राइस, फॉर्मर प्राइस, रेग्युलर प्राइस, and you feel that you have saved the lot of money by purchasing that particular product from the particular mall. Okay. So deceptive pricing is a method in which traders use deceptive means म्हणजे भ्रामक, deceptive म्हणजे भ्रामक असा अर्थ आहे त्याचा. Deceptive means such as original, former or regular pricing quotes for bulk of season to mislead the prospects and consumers into thinking that they are paying less money for the particular product. Okay, so these four are the price issues in the ethics. Okay, or these are the ethical issues related to the pricing. Okay, so just I will summarize. So we are or we have covered ethical issues in the marketing and the consumer. कुठले कुठले ethical issues बघितले आपण marketing चे? Ethical issues in product policy, then ethical issues in marketing communication. त्याच्यामध्ये परत दोन टाइप आहेत, individual level as well as the social level. Then reinforce consumption and materialism. Somebody should not give materialism more importance by compromising with the spiritual values. That point we have seen. And ethical issues in pricing, चार टाइपचे issues बघितले. Excessive, जास्त price लावणे, price fixing, all that suppliers are coming together and they are combinedly deciding not to sell the product below the particular price or below the fixed price, that is price fixing. Predatory pricing means they are particularly reducing the price of the product drastically so that consumer flow will be more at their product only and others may have loss because of the sudden decision. And deceptive pricing म्हणजे काय? The labels are given, original price, former price, and because of which the consumer may feel that he has saved a lot of amount by purchasing the particular product. So here we have completed the ethical issues in the marketing. Now the next point we have to see, that is ethical issues in the channel of distribution. Okay, so let us first we will see what is the channel of distribution point. Okay, so I will just show you channel of distribution means what. So channel of distribution means simply जेव्हा एखादा product, so there is one nice PDF related to this, that also I will show. Just a minute. So here it is the channel of distribution. Okay, so channel of distribution means suppose एखादा product produce झाला, the chain from that particular product to the consumer. ह्याच्यामध्ये जे जे मधले elements आहेत, that is called as channels of distribution. So once the product is produced, when the product is traveling from the producer to the final consumer, what are the in between things in that is called as the channel of distribution. Okay, so here it is given good information about the channel of distribution. Okay, so you know that the main purpose of trade is to supply goods to the consumers living in far off places. म्हणजे डायरेक्टली कधी कधी तो कंपनीकडून तुमच्याकडे प्रोडक्ट येत नाही, त्याचे काही डीलर्स असतात, सप्लायर्स असतात. दे आर द बिटवीन एजंट्स बिटवीन द ओरिजिनल युअर प्रोडक्ट अँड यू द customer. Okay, so that is the channel distributors. Okay, so here is the diagram shown. He is the producer and here is the customer. So from producer it will go to the wholesaler, then from wholesaler it will go to the retailer, and through the retailer it is given to the customer. So it is not directly coming from producer to the consumer. हे जे आहे मधली chain, that is called as the channel of distribution. ज्या channel through त्या particular materials consumer पर्यंत distribution होतं, that is called as the channel of distribution. So here sometimes the producers are giving it to wholesaler, retailer, कंझ्युमर. आता इथं सेकंड केस मध्ये काय दाखवलेलं आहे, कधी कधी प्रोड्युसर हा होलसेलरला न देता रिटेलरला देतो आणि डायरेक्टली फ्रॉम दॅट रिटेलर इट इज गिवन टू द consumers, and sometimes for some specific products directly from the producer it is coming to the consumers. Now it is quite obvious that if the number of distribution channels are more, pricing of the product is also increased, कारण ह्या प्रत्येक मधल्या स्टेजच्या माणसाला काहीतरी शेअर जातो त्या प्रॉफिटचा. त्यामुळे एखादी वस्तू जर 100 रुपये असेल त्याची ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट आणि डायरेक्ट प्रोड्युसर कडून ती कंझ्युमर कडे आली तर इट मे बी 110 रुपीज, 10 रुपये प्रोड्युसर स्वतःचं प्रॉफिट बघेल, 110 ला मिळेल. ती जर प्रोड्युसर कडून रिटेलर थ्रू कंझ्युमरला आली तर रिटेलरलाही काहीतरी त्यातला फायदा बघावा लागतो, त्यामुळे त्याची 120 प्राइस होईल. इफ इट इज थ्रू होलसेलर, रिटेलर अँड देन कंझ्युमर, देन द कॉस्ट विल बी इन्क्रीज्ड 130. म्हणजे जेवढे तुमचे चॅनल ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्युशन जास्त असतील that much the cost of the product is going to be increased, because everybody in between wants their benefit, and that's why the cost of the product it is increased. Okay, so that is the concept of channel of distribution. Now there are different types, so that is not in our syllabus, just we have to see what ethical issues may come when we are going to consider the channel of distribution. Okay, agent, wholesaler, retailer, हे सगळे channel of distribution आहेत. There are two types, direct channel means from directly from producer to consumer, and indirect channel म्हणजे in between some other scenarios or other people are involved, and that is called as the indirect channel. Obviously in the direct channel the cost will be less, and in indirect channel the cost will be increased. Okay, then what the ethical issues may come in this? Suppose एखादा होलसेलर आहे की जो तो प्रोडक्ट डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करतोय, so that wholesaler has to handle that good properly. Storage of that good should be done properly. Distribution should be also in equal way. असं नाही व्हायला पाहिजे की डिस्ट्रीब्युटरच्या कोणी पर्सनली जास्त ओळखीचं आहे त्यामुळं he is giving the good quality products to that person and bad quality or somewhat damaged किंवा faulty material तो दुसऱ्याला देतोय. That should not be happen. So that ethical issues should be considered related to the wholesaler. त्याचं स्टोरेज प्रॉपरली व्हायला पाहिजे, डिस्ट्रीब्युशन, फायनान्सिंग, risk taking, all that things has to be considered properly. The wholesaler buys finished goods from the producer and keep them in the warehouses till they are sold. Therefore, he assumes the risk arising out of changes in the demand, rise in price, and spoilage or destruction of goods. म्हणजे सपोज आता 100 क्वांटिटीने एखाद्या गोष्टी त्यांनी घेतल्या होलसेलरने, so that is risk for him, because suddenly after 2 days if the interest of the consumer is changed, he is taking risk. समजा 50 वस्तू त्याच्या विकल्या गेल्या तर 50 are still at his storage only because he has paid all the price to the particular main supplier. So these are the ethical things which need to be considered by the distribution channels. Okay, so retailers are also there. So retailers sell goods not for resale but for ultimate use by the consumer. So there also he has to take all the ethical care. Okay, so these are the ethical issues in the particular channel distributors. Okay, or ethical issues in the distribution channels. Okay, so here they have focused mainly on the two distributors, wholesaler and retailer. What are their functions, what problems they are facing, that particular things are given nicely in this PDF. Okay, so that also I will upload in the study material so that you can refer. So this is the ethical issues in the channel of distribution. Then The next point we have to consider, what are the ethical issues in the marketing strategy. So marketing is very important concept in the business, because though your product is very good, and if the marketing is not done properly, there will not be any sale of the particular product. So frequently I am telling, मराठीत एक म्हण आहे की विकणं बोलणाऱ्याचं काय, साधी वस्तू पण विकली जाते आणि न बोलणाऱ्याचं सोनं सुद्धा विकलं जात नाही. So that all depends upon the marketing skill. How you are making marketing of your product, that is very important, and what ethical issues may come in the marketing strategy, that we have to see. So because directly the consumers are related with this marketing. तुम्ही marketing कुणासाठी करताय? We are doing marketing to the particular consumers related to your product. So what ethical issues are considered in the marketing strategy, that we have to consider here. Okay, so the first ethical issue, it is targeting vulnerable consumers. Okay, vulnerable consumers means what? Those who are not your ordinary consumer. So vulnerable, so I will just show you the examples. For example, here, easily confused or manipulated people due to old age or senility. म्हणजे जे तुमचा प्रोडक्ट व्यवस्थित वापरू शकत नाहीत त्या क्लासच्या कस्टमरला तुम्ही काय म्हणू शकता? व्हल्नरेबल कंझ्युमर्स. म्हणजे बिकॉज ऑफ देअर एज इश्यू, बिकॉज ऑफ सम their lack of understanding, if they are not able to handle the product properly, then they are called as the vulnerable consumers. म्हणजे जे रेग्युलर नाहीत, जे नॉर्मल नाहीत, all that you can consider in the vulnerable consumers. So you have to take proper care of the vulnerable consumers when you are going to make marketing of that product. So vulnerable consumers कोणाला म्हणता येतं? Lack of sufficient education or information, use the product safely, or to fully understand the consequences of their action. For example, so it happens so many times that there are some advanced products, home products, and if the house, the ladies who are going to handle, if they are not literate, they will not able to handle that particular product properly, and ultimately त्याच्यामुळे त्या प्रोडक्टचाही लॉस होतो आणि कंझ्युमर सुद्धा सॅटिस्फाय होत नाही. सपोज देर इज वॉशिंग मशीन and you are giving the training of that to some literate woman, she will understand it properly, easily she will understand how to operate it. But if you are giving its training to some illiterate woman who is not able to read or write, or who is not able to understand the English instructions whatever are given here, then that will come under this vulnerable consumer. So you have to target vulnerable consumer. म्हणजे marketing करताना you have to focus on that particular consumer, and you have to give proper training of the product to the particular vulnerable consumers. Okay, so that is the meaning of the first point. Then again, easily confused or manipulated due to old age or senility. So because of old age, they are not able to understand it. They are also coming under this vulnerable type. Their exceptional physical or emotional need due to illness, then bereavement, or some other unfortunate circumstances. Those who are not emotionally fit, those also come under the vulnerable consumer. Lack the necessary income to completely maintain a reasonable quality for life for themselves and their dependent. Then means they are not okay on this income front. They are too young to make competent independent decisions. जसं खूप वयस्कर लोकांनाही तुम्हाला ट्रेनिंग जास्त द्यावं लागतं, तसंच if some of the customers are very young, or if they are children, then that also need to be focused. Targeting vulnerable consumers means those who will not be able to handle the product as a normal person, all that are called as the vulnerable consumers. So you have to target that vulnerable consumers and give proper marketing to the particular consumers. Then second, it is consumers exclusion. Consumer exclusion म्हणजे काय? Exclusion means बहिष्कार टाकणे. So many times it happens that if there is some complaint or if there is some issue related to the product, many times consumers combinedly they refuse to buy that particular product. Okay, त्याला आपण म्हणतो कंझ्युमर एक्सक्लुजन, म्हणजे कंझ्युमरचा बहिष्कार असतो एखाद्या प्रोडक्ट वरती. Then in that case also you have to handle that customer, or you have to focus on that particular customer, and you have to give proper marketing to the particular customer so that your product will be sustained in the market. म्हणजे काय एक बऱ्याचदा असं होतं की एक स्पेसिफिक ग्रुप एखाद्याला जर त्यातल्या कुणाला आवडला नाही ते प्रोडक्ट, किंवा इफ ही फेसेस सम wrong or bad experience related to the product, then he may spread the rumors about that and people will not be happy to buy the particular product. So some people from that area at all, एखाद्या बिल्डिंग मध्ये एखाद्याला जर वाईट अनुभव आला तर he will spread that to all and ultimately you will get stop of your sale in that particular area, किंवा त्या प्रोडक्ट वरती बहिष्कार घातला जातो की we will not use that. So like that cases also you have to handle properly in the marketing. Okay, so that is the consumer exclusion. Some criticism of marketing strategy focus not on EHO is targeting bit. So this EHO stands for the environmental head officer. Okay, so I will just show you that. EHO stands for the environmental health officer. Is not included in the target market. In some cases, this can lead to the accidental or even deliberate exclusion of the certain group of consumers from accessing the particular goods. Okay, so this is happening and that should be properly handled. Okay, so access inclusion असू शकतं, condition inclusion असू शकतं, where respective conditions on product offerings such as financial service product, it may prevent certain groups from being able to qualify for purchasing them. Cost जास्त असल्यामुळं some poor people will not be able to buy them. Access inclusion, lack of appropriate distribution outlet and channels may prevent people from accessing essential goods or services such as postal and health services, utilities and food. मग कुठल्या कुठल्या प्रकारांमुळे बहिष्कार येऊ शकतो किंवा कुठल्या प्रकारांमुळे some specific group of people will not be able to operate it or buy that product. प्राइस एक्सक्लुजन, कधी कधी जर प्राइस खूप जास्त असेल एखाद्या प्रोडक्टची तर काही जो मिडल क्लासचा जो आहे कस्टमर, he will not be able to buy that product anytime because of the price exclusion. Marketing exclusion, where firms deliberately exclude certain groups from their target marketing and sale activity because of the marketing issue. That product will not get proper marketing and that product will not get sell. Then self exclusion म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा की जसं मी सांगितलं की people they feel that product is not appropriate and that is their own feeling or that is their own opinion, that is called as the self exclusion. Okay, so these are the marketing strategy issues. पहिला आहे targeting vulnerable consumer and second handling the consumer exclusion. So you have to make its background study and you have to make some solutions so that all class people will be able to buy your particular product. So considerably you can reduce the cost, you can have some your strategy which will not give any loss to you also, but that will make your product accessible to all class of people. Okay, so that are the exclusion issues. Now, the next point is globalization and consumers. So ethical challenges in the global market. Okay, so that point we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so today we have discussed these 2 points mainly. Consumers as a stakeholder, त्याच्यामध्ये ethical issues बघितले आपण 4 ethical issues in the marketing and consumer, in product policy. Then second, ethical issues in marketing communication. Then reinforce consumption and materialism. Ethical issues in pricing. Again, there are 4 subtypes that we have seen. And next we have seen what are the ethical issues in the marketing strategy. So first is targeting the vulnerable consumers, and then consumers exclusion. Okay, so these points we have seen. So we will stop here today and we will see the remaining points in the next lecture.